Hello everyone. It's Saturday lunchtime and uh, it's sunny and I'm baking again. I'm cooking again. This week I've been doing all sorts of things, and I made that apple crumble the other day, and today I really fancied egg and bacon flan. It's not a quiche. Quiches are French and fancy and full of herbs and garlic and all that stuff, and anything you have in the fridge. Egg and bacon flan is much more English and proper and exact. My mum used to make egg and bacon flan when I was a kid, and it like kind of melt in the mouth pastry, and that really sharp, salty bacon and eggs. Anyway, I just fancied it, so it's in the oven now. It'll be about half an hour, probably less, because, as I think I've said before, our cooker is broken because Jeremy attacked it with a potato masher a number of years ago. I can't see the exact potato masher. Yes, I can. It's quite a hefty thing. In a fit of pique. I can't remember why. Anyway, it's a gorgeous day outside. I should be outside, but I'm baking, and I've been reading. I finished this, Anita Frank's first novel, I think, The Lost Ones, which is a First World War stately home mystery about the supernatural. And I enjoyed it. It went on too long. I let myself read it for too long. I think I was distracted from reading by all the kind of work I'm doing and stuff I'm up to, and I didn't put reading time in, which meant that this book lasted more than a week, which it kind of isn't designed to. The heroine is obsessed with reading The Woman in White by Wilkie Collins because her fiance, or her boyfriend, who died in the First World War, she watches him die in probably the most vividly written scene in the whole book. When she's nursing him. It's a ridiculous coincidence in some ways, but she's there when he dies, and she neglects to tell him. She doesn't quite manage to tell him she loves him. It's a very good scene, but he's left her with a copy of The Woman in White that he buys her on the station platform at the last minute before going off to war. Makes you wish that he could have found although that's in a different war, the bookstall is it the Joanna Toy series about the Penguin bookstall on the railway station? Anyway, he gets a nice copy of The Woman in White, and that book is kind of behind this alongside lots of others. The Woman in Black is there as well, and the publicity, I think, even mentions Susan Hill's book in the classic tradition of The Woman in Black. Well, I would say the classic tradition of The Woman in Black is to do with crunching your story down to about 100 pages so that it's readable in one day or one evening, like I did on Christmas Day 1991, when I read The Woman in Black all day long that Christmas. Didn't watch any telly and was just hooked on it. This could have can't talk. This could have done with being, I think, about a third shorter at least. I found myself drifting. The revelations are all good. They're not ones we haven't had before. Lost children, weird parentage, murderesses hiding in plain sight, the evil housekeeper, and we know she's up to stuff, from Rebecca. There's touches of all sorts of books in this, and it's really enjoyable for that. It's a kind of bookish person's novel in a way, but it does overstay slightly. But it's, again, maybe she tightens up later. And maybe, I'm hoping, because we have two characters, not Stella, not the main one, but the Annie, who's the psychic servant, and, well, here comes Socks. Your food is out, Socks. And he's taking it easy. He's been on my lap all morning as I read. And Mr. What's-it, who's a skeptic, whose father wasn't, and he tries to disprove all the stuff about ghosts, but in this has to agree, has to fall in with the view of the world that Stella has developed, that ghosts are around us and that people have to finish off their business before going into the next life. I forget his name. He was a nice character though. He begins as a bit of a pillock and you hate him. But by the end there's a bit of romance. Tristan. I forgot his surname. Anyway, he leaves at the end and tells Annie the servant, can I call on you if I need your help again? So you get the feeling that it might be the beginning of a series, perhaps. I'll have to look at the kind of couple of books she's done since then. I think this was 2020, so I must see. She's not something I'm going to race back to read, but if there's a series I might. That's interesting. So that was my spooky book of the last week and a half, 2 weeks even. And I've moved on to this now, which I bought last weekend, The Wishing Game by Meg Schaffer, which I've wanted to read ever since I've seen various people in the States talking about it. The hardback was coming out, but look at the paperback. It's cheap, but look at the size of the print. That's really killing my eyes this morning. I'm holding it like this. I think when they did my eye test, they did it wrong at Specsavers. And there's at least 7 other people I've talked to who got their eyes done 2 years ago who feel the same. I think they did something very odd in Specsavers, and I've not been able to read. Oh, I've lost my bookmark now as well, as comfortably as I should. So I'm going to go and complain about that, I think. I've dropped my bookmark, and it's a special one because it's one of my paintings. I got a set of these made a while ago. It's an abstract that I did, quite large. Well, not that large, but ish. All splashy paint. And I got cards made at some point, and now there are bookmarks everywhere. It's also the cover, we've used this image, as the cover of our new anthology that comes out before Christmas. Our Gay Men's Writing Group, our local group that meets once a month, Fambles, has produced an anthology every year since we began in 2018, with bits of memoir, short stories, fiction, poems, drawings, photos, all sorts of stuff, recipes, and we all take turns writing the foreword, doing the cover. It's really good fun, and there's about 7 volumes out now of all our bits of work. It's all available on Amazon. If you look up my name, or indeed Fambles, which is an old Polari word for fingers. Polari was the secret language of the gays in the early 20th century and before. And we have great fun, and we do this book each year, and that's the cover this year. And the book should be out soon. So that's me reading. Tomorrow we go out Christmas shopping with some friends in Chester, which I might film some of because it's very photogenic, although I have heard it's going to pour down tomorrow, which would be quite annoying if it did. Socks, have you eaten? He picks at things sometimes. Or he licks all the gravy and the flavour off the cat food and that leaves all the chewy bit, which is a bit annoying. Okay, I shall go. I hope everybody's well, and those of you who aren't, I hope you're on the mend and will be up and about soon, and I hope everybody's happy, and those who aren't, I hope happier days are coming. I'm taking vitamin D in these vitamin C and D in these shot things, these fruit juice. They're not fruit, they're kind of herbs and things. There'll be a kind of a video about that soon enough, I should think. And actually vitamin D does me a lot of good. I've found that a few autumns and winters in the past, especially when you get into winter and there's less sunlight, and it perks me up to have some vitamins. Okay, I shall go and check on my flan. I'll let you know how that is. I might take pictures of the flan. Okay, goodbye. See you again soon.